You're listening to Off Script with Tiffany. This is real talk, random thoughts, and no script. Thanks for listening. Welcome to episode 1 of Off Script with Tiffany. I am your host, Tiffany Hudson, and this is the random brainchild of my wonderful, beautiful ADHD brain. I am a multi passionate person who my day job is education as a school counselor, but I have many passions that one day will lead me to the millionaire that I know I am meant to be. So thank you all for being here. So today, again, this is a random podcast where I don't have a script or anything. I just kind of jot down some things I want to share with you all about because deep down, I am just what the kids call a yapper. So this podcast, again, is my just random thoughts, the things that I like to talk about. I love to talk about everything from celebrity news and sports and gossip and reality TV shows, some heavy hitter things to some more serious topics. I'm a mom, I'm an educator, I am an entrepreneur. I am still trying to figure things out and like what I want to be when I grow up. So this is kind of a venue for me to kind of get it out, share a little bit about me with you all, and hopefully you all can gain something from this. So again, this is Off Script with Tiffany. It's kind of no rhyme or reason, so hopefully that's okay. If you are more of a structured person, this may not be for you. I do go on many tangents when I talk. I kind of have side stories and little side quests and all of that. So hopefully those who are meant to find me will find me, and you all will find solstice in knowing you are not alone, that there are people out here like you, and we can have us a good time. So welcome. This is episode 1. I am recording this. Today is December 27th, 2024. So it is 2 days after Christmas, and I am on holiday break. Like I said earlier, I am a school counselor. That is my day job. I've been doing that for, I think this is year 12 of that. So this is my 12th year. I worked 10 years at the elementary level, and now I'm actually at the middle school level, which middle school, if you know, you know. It takes very strong people to work in middle school because middle school kids are different. While I do love my babies, they are amazing. They are hilarious. I've built really great connections with them over the last 2 years. They're different. So going from elementary to middle school was an adjustment. You kind of see the middle schoolness with like your 4th and 5th graders, especially towards the end of the year, but definitely like middle school is different. And you can see it in the kids from like your 6th graders that are just coming in. They're scared. They don't know where anything is. They're lost. They're just like innocent little babies. And then I would say about maybe mid-year, 6th grade, it starts to turn. They've gotten comfortable. They're starting to figure themselves out. And then they get to 7th grade. 7th grade. These babies, they're the middle child, and I can speak to that because I am the middle child. So they will do the things to kind of push the buttons a little bit, try to get that attention, and just kind of poke the bear a little bit. They're going to test their boundaries a little bit. They are not afraid to speak their minds and tell you what they're thinking, how they're thinking, what they're thinking, the randomness of it all. I guess that's why I connect with them. And then as they transition into 8th grade, 8th graders are kind of like, you're chill, like I'm too cool for this, like oh my god, this is so lame, that type of thing. But like deep down, they still really care. So shout out to all of my middle school educators. Shout out to all educators. Hopefully by now everyone's on break. I hope you all are taking the time to rest and relax and recharge and rejuvenate. Please do not check those emails. They will be there in January. Do not respond to those work messages. They'll be there. You're good. This is your time. Spend it with your people, your friends, your family, yourself. Have some self time and do what you need to do to recharge because spring semester is fast approaching, and that is a beast. So shout out to all my educators. So aside from that, so again, I'm on holiday break. So this is the end of my first week. And so this last week I have been on go mode. Go, 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 go. Today is actually the first day where I have been in the house and like get to not get dressed, not put on makeup, and be like, you know what? I need time in my house. I need to clean. I need to like do my daughter's hair. I need to like chill under my new weighted heated blanket that my boyfriend so lovingly gave me for one of my Christmas gifts. I just want to chill and like watch Netflix and do all the things right now. So today is that first day for me because since we got out last Friday, I have been different parties. So being that it is Capricorn season, I am a fellow Capricorn. Shout out to my Capricorns. It's been nonstop go. So last Friday, a friend of mine had her birthday celebration. So we went to a restaurant and went to a lounge after. That was really fun. And she is in true Capricorn fashion. She had a theme. So her theme was like melanin and like shades of melanin. So we all had on different colors. I had a really pretty brown dress. Looked fabulous. So that was really fun. And then the next day, my boyfriend and his friends, we had like a family dinner. So we did that. And then the next day was like a cookie decorating party. And then the next day, my sister came into town. So I was doing things with her and getting my last minute shopping done. And Christmas Eve was, hanging out with her and kind of getting the meal together. And then Christmas we spent with my family. And so, yeah. And then yesterday it was just me and my sister. We do try to spend time just us because she lives in Chicago and I'm here in Atlanta. And so when she does come to town, we do like to have some sister time. So yesterday we did that. And so that literally leads me to today where today is the first day where I woke up and did not have a set agenda of things I needed to do. And so I said, you know what, let's start on these 2025 goals. So, and we'll get to that in a little bit where I wrote down my goals for the year. And one goal I've always had was to do some sort of podcast type show. And I've started one before and I didn't really do anything with it because like I think as I said earlier, I am undiagnosed, but I definitely have ADHD and I get these great ideas and I will start things and don't finish them, or I will start them, have the ideas, kind of map it out, plan it out, and then don't do anything with it. And like, I promise you guys, I'm supposed to be a millionaire, like with the ideas that I have, and being kind of a multi-passionate and having the ideas. And I will have the blueprints. I will do the research. I will write the things down. I have notebooks full. My notes app is full of ideas or things I want to do or want to try and things like that. But I don't either have the confidence to try them, or I will get scared and don't do it, or I'll start it and because it doesn't take off immediately, I'll kind of give up, or just life is lifing and things will kind of hinder me, or they will prevent me from continuing on. So that's kind of my story as far as trying things and things like that. So I'm trying to get out of that rut. And one way to do that is with this podcast. I definitely was like, you know what? I do want to get back into, sharing my thoughts, sharing my opinions. And then for me, I want everything to be perfect when I start things. I don't want to do anything kind of halfway, which is a hindrance for me, which is why I haven't started a lot of these things. And I've just decided, or I'm working on just going for it. Even if I don't get a million listeners or I don't become a millionaire off of this, this is just something that I said I wanted to do and I'm setting out to do it. It's not the perfect setup. I am recording literally in my closet in my apartment. I am using the Voice Record app on my MacBook and I am making it happen because I had the equipment. I have the time today. Why not make it happen? So if nothing else, for you all listening out there, which I thank you for listening, is to do it anyway. Do it scared. Do it if you feel like you're unprepared. Do it without all of the answers. Do it without the perfect strategy. Just do it anyway. And I am doing that. So I'm taking my own advice. So thank you for listening to that. That's kind of my little motivation speech for the day. To just and do it anyway. Do it afraid, do it fully unprepared, do it pick it back up. If you've started and you put it down, pick it back up. You can do it. Life is short. Nothing is guaranteed. So let's go ahead and make it happen, because you never know what will come out of it. So that is my PSA for the day. So moving on, back to Christmas. So Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. And one thing I used to love as a kid was when my family would get together for the holidays. And we would get together at my grandmother's house. And, she was really big in her church. And, all of the family would come over, and the family friends and the church members, just everybody. And I could just remember when I was a kid, like being in a house full of people, and the laughter, and the kids running around playing, and the smell of the cooking and all of those things. And it was amazing. I absolutely loved the holidays as a kid. Unfortunately, my grandmother and my aunt, her daughter, my mom's sister, they passed away in a car accident back in 2009. And that was really hard on everybody. And she being my grandmother, was really the heart of the family. And she was Big Mama, she was the glue. And you could really tell that it was undone after she passed away. So as I've gotten older, I've really realized that, hey, I miss that. Somebody needs to pick up the ball. And I am very much of the school of, as one of my principals used to say, you said it, you had it. So if you're the one that's talking about all of these things, then you're basically volunteering to be that person. And so I would have conversations with my siblings, and I'm like, hey y'all, holidays suck. I'm tired of just kind of everyone doing their own thing. Let's come together. Let's do some things, this and the third. Because my core family is immediate family is really kind of laid back and chill. Whereas again, my grandmother, she would have a house full of people and all the foods and all the things. And I missed that. And so I'm slowly kind of trying to work my way into that. So over the last maybe 2 years, I've really wanted to bring elements of that back. So last year, for instance, at Christmas, I really made a stink with my family. I was all right, y'all, we at least need to eat together. Because, everyone kind of make their plates and do their own thing. So it's no, we need to eat together as a family. And I last year wore a red suit. It was so cute. But me and my sister dressed up, and my sister encourages my shenanigans, which I love her for that. And so we sat at the table, and it was a cute little vibe. And so this year was kind of similar. And this year my boyfriend joined us, and we sat at the table and things like that. And I'm okay, it was okay. My mom was kind of in a funk, and I think my brother kind of explaining it to me. He's yeah, I think she misses her mom and her sister, and especially at the holidays, because this was such a big deal for them. And so I understood that. So kind of in thinking of how do you kind of resurrect these traditions that we used to have, and it's sad, because again, my grandmother and my aunt passed away in 2009, and since then other family members have passed away, my uncles and things like that. And so other family members that were part of that could kind of answer those questions, they are no longer here since that time. So kind of having to recreate some of the traditions while kind of putting your own twist on them. And so this year I was you know what, I'm getting older. I'll be, literally, my birthday is next week, a week from today. I'll be 39. Of my siblings, I'm the only one with a daughter, with a child. And I'm man, I think I'm the future Big Mama. I'm the future. And that's kind of a scary thought, y'all. It's wait, I think I'm the next Big Mama. I think I'm next in line. Because it's I do have a cousin, a first cousin, my aunt's only child, and she has 5 kids and grandkids, but she lives in Florida. So I think technically she's the next Big Mama, but again, she doesn't live here. And then my siblings don't have kids and things like that. And I'm oh my gosh, I think it's me. I think and somebody please let me know. Does that make me the next Big Mama in my family? So if it is, and I think with that thought, I was okay, I have got to I've got to step my game up. I've got to learn these recipes. I've got to do the things. And so I can cook, but I was not like a big like cooker, if that makes sense. Like I can make things like my child's not gonna starve. I can make like little quick meals, but like your big Sunday meals and things like that, that is what I need to work on. And so this year we did fried chicken, which my sister made. Mac and cheese, I did that, came out really good. Shout out to Teeny on TikTok because I used her recipe. So good. Um, green beans, y'all. I have perfected my green beans over the last 2 weeks. Again, shout out to TikTok for the recipe ideas. So I made green beans. I made the sweet potato pies. My brother made biscuits, and my sister made not collard greens, green black eyed peas. And I think that's all we had. Like, so like, it was like, okay, cool. We're doing this. Oh, and we made dressing. So yeah, so we're bringing out some heavy hitters. It turned out really well. My boyfriend loved the food. I like the things. I will say with Teeny's macaroni and cheese recipe, the only thing I would do, and again, it's personal preference. She uses Dijon mustard. So I made the recipe as is this year. I always, whenever I try something new, I'll make it as is and then I'll kind of tweak it. So moving forward, I personally would not use the Dijon mustard. And then I would probably flip the quantities of my sharp cheddar and my mozzarella. So for the recipe, it calls for a pound of mozzarella and then 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. I would flip it. I would do a pound of your cheddar and like only 8 ounces of the mozzarella. And I know mozzarella gives it like that stringy, like ooey gooey, which was good, but I want more cheddar. And I would take out the Dijon mustard. But that again, that is just my personal preference. I am a self-proclaimed macaroni connoisseur, but her recipe is really good. So if you're on TikTok, if you're looking for a really good recipe, Teeny's macaroni recipe, I would highly recommend it. And then you just tweak it to your preferences. So yes, so yeah, things went pretty well for Christmas. I will say the one tweak, just kind of thinking for next year, what I would love to do is I want to invite more people because again, it was kind of still small. And again, I think it's the people that I'm missing. So I would love to invite more people. And like my sister's like, well, who are you thinking? I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. So I want to invite more people. And I would love to host on Christmas Eve because I think Christmas Day, you want to spend with like your immediate family and things like that. So if we do like the dinner on Christmas Eve, have people come over, maybe do like a gift exchange, play some games, kind of maybe do some karaoke and kind of have that Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, you like sleep in, open your gifts, have your food at your house, and then kind of do more of like your intimate setting. I think to me, in my mind, I think that will kind of give me the balance and the what I'm missing, in that I miss the people and the laughter and that type of thing, while still kind of having your time just for your family. Because I do think the holidays is a really good time to just connect with the people closest to you. So I feel like that'll be kind of the best of both worlds. So that is my holiday and my kind of plans moving forward. All right, I'm going to wrap up this first episode with sharing some of my New Year's goals. So I saw this on TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. I will probably talk a lot about TikTok on this podcast because that is my favorite social media platform. But I have come up with my 2025 goals in the form of a bingo card instead of a vision board. So it's kind of a game as you crack your goals. So the first goal for me is I am going to launch my coaching business. I am working towards starting my coaching business where I am an executive function and social skills coach for teens and young adults with ADHD, autism, and other just deficits in the areas of social skills and or your executive function. So like your organization, task initiation, things like that. So the reasoning or the explanation behind that is that as a school counselor, over the years, I have noticed that a lot of my students really struggle in these areas. And as a school counselor, unfortunately, while I do work with students to build those skills, some of them need even more support. And unfortunately, with our caseloads and our time, and the main focus is school and getting back to class, we don't have the dedicated time to actually teach you the skills you need always. And so by me launching my coaching business, number one, I'm a natural entrepreneur. I've always wanted to work for myself. And number two, it will give me the time to dedicate to these young people to develop those skills, because they need them in all aspects of their life. So that is a big thing for me. So I really want to launch, honestly, in January. That is my goal. I've been working on it. Like I said earlier, I definitely want to stop it has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to launch it in January, and I will keep you all updated on how it's going and letting you all know and keeping you updated. So that's my first goal. My next goal is having monthly mother-daughter dates. So I am a mother. I have one daughter who is 15. She is a sophomore in high school, and she is on the spectrum. She has autism, and we are close. I will say that, but she very much kind of keeps to herself, does her own thing, and she will do that as long as I let her. And so I do try to have as much time to hang out and spend with each other as possible. But between my busy schedule, her things, band and classes and homework and Girl Scouts and all of the things, it's really kind of hard. And so I wanted to make a conscious effort for us to spend at least one day a month kind of doing something together, and having that time to connect. So that's the next goal. The next one is doing a solo trip. I've done them before. I really enjoy it, but I wanted to make an effort because I don't think I've gone on any trips. I may have gone on one trip this year, but no solo trips. The next one is learn to swim. Now, I did take swimming lessons when I was younger, but I definitely feel like it was one of those, I didn't use it, so I lost it. If you don't use it, you lose it. So I want to take swimming lessons and get more comfortable in the water. The next one is try a new fitness class. I really, really, really want to try Pilates, or like boxing or something. I do work out. I do go to the gym. I'm big on like strength training, and I do some cardio. I've been doing 5Ks this year. And so I want to just try something new, change up for my body. Next, I want to raise my credit score by 100 points. Y'all, I really want to work on my financial security this year. So that is one big thing. So I want to pay down some debts and get those points up. The next one is get a new job. I do love working as a school counselor. Just in full transparency, my school is not right for me. And so my plan is to move on. I would love to go to a high school. So that is what I am working towards in 2025. Next goal, move into a bigger place. So currently right now, it's a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment. I would love for a 2-bed, 2-bath. So I would like to get a bigger space with more room and a separate bathroom for me and my daughter. The next goal is to host a webinar. So this is kind of going back to my coaching business. I would love to host a webinar on either like organization or something, maybe some social skills, how to start a conversation. Just host some sort of free webinar where I'm able to instill some skills to people who are looking to enhance their skills. Next goal is to visit a new city. I did do this year in 2024. I went to Nashville with my boyfriend. So I would love to visit another city. The short list would be Houston, New York, because I've never been to New York, or Vegas. Those are kind of my top 3. Any of those would work. I would love to visit all of them. My next goal is to run the Peachtree Road Race. So the Peachtree Road Race is a big race that happens every 4th of July here in Atlanta on Peachtree Street. It is a 10K, so like 6.5 miles. And it is tough, and it is like the largest 10K in the world. And people come from all over to do it. So I've been doing 5K since July, and I've been getting better with my time. But for me, my ultimate goal is to run the Peachtree Road Race, and it's a goal I've had for years. in years, and I never thought it was possible because for the longest I was extremely morbidly obese. I was probably close to 300 pounds. And 2 years ago, I had gastric bypass, and I've since lost over 100 pounds, about 115 pounds at this point. And I've started to prioritize my fitness, and I've been doing 5Ks with a friend. And so, in doing those, I love the sense of accomplishment that I feel, and the fact that I like finish things. And like I told you all earlier, finishing things is like a thing for me. So that's why I enjoy doing the 5Ks. I think I've done 8 now since July. And so, like, for me, the Peachtree Road Race is like my big culminating event. So that is on my list. So my next goal is to plan a girls' night. Again, I have some amazing friends, but we're all busy and we don't always get to hang out. So I definitely want to like plan some sort of game night or something, a wine night. I don't know. My next goal is to earn a certification, I'm thinking in the areas of coaching in that area, because to be a coach, you don't have to have a certification. You can just call yourself a coach, but I like the credentials. I like to be able to be like, hey, yes, I've taken the time, I've studied, I've gotten the training, I've done the work. So it will probably be in the coaching arena. My next goal is to have monthly self-care days. Again, I do not take enough time for myself. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I take care of others. I take care of my child. My friends, my family. I don't take enough like intentional time for myself. That's what I'm looking for. I don't take enough intentional time for myself. And so again, having this visual, putting it on a bingo card, will remind me that I need to do that. So the next goal is to create a digital product. Again, this is kind of going back to my business. I want to create some digital products, both free and paid. Next is to take a sister trip. So this is one thing that me and my sister had done a few years. We had started doing this a while ago, where during our breaks, like this time of year, we would take a trip together, and it might just be like a little road trip. We'll go to Savannah. We've gone to Hilton Head. We've done Chattanooga. We've done a few of them. We haven't done one in a few years. So that is definitely something I want to bring back. And it doesn't have to be the winter time. It can be like over the summer, spring break, or something like that. But I love having that dedicated time where we can just hang out, be our silly selves, and just connect as sisters, especially as we're getting older. So my next goal, again, back to my business, is to gain at least 10 coaching clients. So again, I got to launch to get the clients. So that is another motivator. Next is to try 4 new restaurants. So I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta is the home of a new restaurant every day. And so I do have a list of places I want to try. And I will be doing this, whether it's by myself, with a friend, with a boyfriend, with my girlfriends, whatever. So trying at least 4 new restaurants. In different styles, not the same. I feel like we kind of always go to the same types of restaurants, like your brunchy type places. I want to try different cultural foods in that. So next is to volunteer. Right now I don't have a certain area or like something I want to do. So I'm kind of open to ideas for that, but I do want to give back in some way next year. My next goal is to go to Chateau Elan. I've already put this on my Facebook for my friends. I'm going. Don't stop me. You can't stop me. And don't say you weren't warned, because I've already put it out there. So we are going to Chateau Elan. I want the experience. The next one is to gain body confidence. So this one my sister inspired it, because the original goal for this spot was to get to my goal weight, which is like 150, 160 pounds. And so when I was showing the list to my sister yesterday, she was like, well, what's the reasoning behind this? Like, she was asking me the questions. She was like, why? I said, well, I had this surgery 2 years ago. I feel like the surgery really helped, but I feel like I've been, number one, kind of stagnant. And number two, like, I want to kind of prove to myself that I can do it without the surgery, because people, you have this negative connotation that like surgery is, quote, the easy way out to losing weight, which is not. It is work. It is work to even get approved before the surgery. It's work after the surgery, y'all. Just saying. But, she kind of was like, well, why? I was like, well, maybe I don't want to do a certain weight. Maybe I just want to be a certain size. She's like, well, what size is that? I said, well, like a 10. She was like, well, what size are you now? I was like, well, right now I'm a 12. She's like, okay. And then maybe like 5 minutes later, I was like, you know what? Let's change that goal altogether. I said, I need to learn to be more confident in the body that I'm in, because I have done the work. I'm doing the work. I need to appreciate the work, and I need to appreciate my body in all of its forms. And she was like, thank you. Like, finally, she was like, finally, like, the light bulb went off in my head. And it's funny because, like, my boyfriend, and that's probably be another whole podcast about our relationship and how we got to where we are now. It's been 20 years literally in the making. But he's known me at every size. He's been attracted to me at every size, and he's loved me at every size or whatever. And like, he'll be like, oh my God, you look amazing. I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my God, my thighs are big, or like, oh my God, I'm flappy and all this stuff. He's like, stop it. He loves it. It's a me thing. So I definitely want to work on that confidence and accepting and that love of my body at all stages. So then the next one is a vacation. So it's a vacation with my boo. Which that one will easily be checked off because we're going next week. I needed an easy one, y'all. All right. My last two, attend a concert, which I have not been to a concert. I think the last concert I went to was Beyonce, the Renaissance concert. Oh my God, which was amazing. Which, sidebar, again, random. Did you all see her performance on Christmas on Netflix? It was amazing. I am so ready for this tour announcement and or Vegas residency, because I think July 14th there's some announcement. I think it's either going to be a tour or a Vegas residency. Mark my words. So yes, so I do want to. I love a show. I love a concert, free, paid, whatever. So I definitely want to attend another concert in 2025. And then my last goal is to save $5,000. So like I said earlier, I want to get really stronger in my finances, not only raising my score, but to, have an emergency fund. So I'm going to start building that and starting with $5,000. So if anybody has any strategies or any things I can do to help what's worked for you, please let me know. I take all suggestions, all recommendations, whatever you think. I'm open to them. So those are my 2025 goals. Please feel free to share your goals with me. So I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube page. So I would love for any of you to all to share any goals you have for the year. Do you do vision boards, or you do bingo card? Do you just do, just kind of go with the flow, resolutions, whatever you do. And I definitely believe in setting goals, setting intentions, and setting what you want to see happen. But none of it will work. None of this will occur without the work. So in addition to my bingo card, I definitely utilize ChatGPT to create action plans for all of these goals. So me and Chat, we created actions for each goal that I want to achieve. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this year coming up. So yes, that is that. And on that note, we will go ahead and end this first episode of Off Script with Tiffany, where I share my random thoughts and off script. As you can see, again, I wrote down bullet points. There is no script. These are just my random thoughts. And thank you for listening. And I will catch you in the next episode. Bye. This has been Off Script with Tiffany, where I share my random thoughts, have real talk with no script. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time.